If you play GTA, you will have played the Cayo Perico Heist. Well, it is how to complete all of the setups completely solo in under 45 minutes. So as soon as you load in, you're going to want to start a gather intel mission. Go straight onto your map and see what beach location you have to go to. Go to the console inside your casaca and just fast travel to the beach. And then the next thing is, if you own a Sparrow, you're just going to want to get into the Sparrow and exit the casaca. Or if you don't, you can just walk out of the submarine, blow yourself up with some sticky bombs, and you'll spawn on land. And now you're just going to want to fly there. And then it says steal the Velnum. So what you can do is take them out with a combat MG or a carbon rifle MK2. Just take them out very quick and then jump into the Velnum. And then all you've got to do is fly to the Cayo Perico Island. Now on Cayo Perico there's 5 main primary targets. The Cincimito Tequila, the Ruby Necklace, the Bear Bonds, the Pink Diamond and the Panther Statue. But the Panther Statue only happens about once a year, but we have not had one this year yet, so it is getting more rare by the day. Now when you're there you will get put on a black screen and it just teleports you straight to Cayo Perico. Now as soon as you load in, you're going to want to run over to this Manchester Scout, and this is how you do it in under 3 minutes. Just follow this exact route. Once you get to this control tower, you're going to want to wait for this guard up here to turn around so he is facing the right lake, and then you're just going to want to pop a wheelie as soon as you've got to this cliff and then just land, but make sure you stay clear of the cars because quite a few of them do come round. And then again you're just going to want to follow this route to sneak to the communications tower completely undetected. I would say though, get off as soon as you buy the Winky, because sometimes there is a guard the other side, which if he is the bike engine you will get caught. So now the communications box will be either at the very top of the tower, the middle or the very bottom like this, and then you're just going to want to complete this very fast hack. It does only take about 4 minutes to fully do this, sneaking onto the Cayo Perico Island. Then you're just going to want to pull out the Sightseer app on your phone and skip all the cameras and go straight to the basement. So I've got the Ruby Necklace, which isn't the best, but it is better than the Cincimito Tequila. Now if you're doing this solo, you're just going to want to go straight to this guard tower and get yourself detected. So it will spawn you back to the Velnum where you can leave Cayo Perico. But there is another way. What you can do is, as soon as you're off this cutscene, you can either exit to the Velnum, or you can go to online, find new session and join an invite only session. It teleports you straight to your casaca and the mission will have saved. So definitely do this, it saves about 2 to 3 minutes, which does actually help. Now you can do the casaca approach if you're doing it with other people, but we're going to be doing this completely solo. So you're going to start up the Longfin boat prep mission. And then again you're going to want to run straight to your Sparrow and then just go to any police station where it tells you to go to. And it'll tell you to steal a truck cab. Only steal a truck cab if you do not own a Phantom Wedge. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get your Phantom Wedge and reverse it straight in and just grab the Longfin. Now you do get an infinite wanted level, so you're just going to jump out of the Phantom Wedge and explode yourself with grenade, RPG or sticky bomb. And then when you spawn back in, you will have lost your wanted level, and then you just have to drive the Longfin straight to the docks. It only takes about 5 to 7 minutes to do, so definitely recommend doing that way. And then when you've delivered it, you're just going to want to go to online, find new session and join an invite only session again, because it will teleport you straight to your casaca. And now that the vehicle mission is done, you've got 4 equipments: the demolition charges, the plasma cutter, the fingerprint cloner, the cutting torch. only do the demolition charges if you're not entering through the grate that is at the back of the compound that is underwater. And if your target was the bear bonds, you will have to do a safe code instead of the plasma cutter. You're just going to want to start up the plasma cutter mission straight away as soon as you've spawned in. And then when you enter the warehouse, you're going to want to pull up your Snap Matter map. And then you're just going to want to take a picture of the inside and then explode yourself with a sticky bomb, which it just skips the dialogue and I'll give you the second location to go to almost instantly. So you've just got to go here and take out the bandits, and then you've got to steal the plasma cutter from them, which isn't actually that bad, and then you've just got to deliver it to the Kasaka, and that is the third setup done. So far we're on about 13 minutes. And then you're going to want to start up the fingerprint cloner, which is the easiest. So you've got to sneak into the warehouse again. You've got to take out a few more enemies. And then what you're going to want to do is throw some sticky bombs onto this wall, as when you finish the hack you will get a call from Pavel, which is quite annoying if you're going to want to speedrun it. So the second you have finished this hack, explode the sticky bombs, then you'll spawn outside, and then you've got to sneak to the archive. It does not matter if you get detected by the cameras, but for the fingerprint cloner it is always on the back wall. So as soon as you went in, you're just going to want to keep walking to the back wall and you'll pick the fingerprint cloner up automatically. And then you're just going to want to exit and then just deliver it to the Kasaka once again. Now we're on the final equipment one, which is steal the cutting torch, which is the easiest. Make sure when you're stealing it to always equip the hard hat, as the enemies will not see you. So you've got to go around, go to the toolbox and steal the cutting torch, and then just hop back into your Sparrow or MK2 or even your Torido and just deliver it to the Kasaka. Now we have got one final mission, which is the weapons. You can do any you want. I prefer getting the Conspirator as it is the best. If you ever get the Merryweather HQ mission, just leave the session or go to the HQ and just blow up the helicopter and restart until you get given one of the office buildings. And then you can enter through the roof or the ground floor and then just take everyone out with any shotgun or a micro SMG if you do own one. Just take them all out very fast, and then you will have to go to open the gun locker, but it's locked. So you've got to start this hack, and then what you can do is you can just always stick to the middle and just look down and spam X until you get it. So it only takes 15 seconds. Then open the gun locker and steal the weapons. And then once you've stole the weapons, you're going to want to just exit the office. So if you're in the ground floor, exit the ground floor, roof, exit the roof, you know how it goes. And then you've just got to take out these helicopters and then deliver the weapons to your Kasaka. This is definitely one of the harder ones because I did die a few times by trying to do this. Now once you've delivered this, you're all done. Now you can start Cayo Perico and make some money. So the time is now in. It took me 42 minutes and 34 seconds to completely set this up, which is very good. If you enjoyed this Cayo Perico guide, comment or the guide you want me to make, and please subscribe. I'm going to try and push for 150 subscribers this year.